Every month, 8 million people stream on Twitch and share their passion and talent with the world. At any given time, 2.5 million people watch content on the platform, including video games, music, cooking, and art. If you're one of those viewers, you're probably wondering how you can get yourself out there and become a streamer. Of course you can, but there are a few things you need to know first. Create your own setting. You can't be a streamer without gear. Different types of streaming require different setups, but if you just want to try streaming before spending your hard-earned money, you can use the simplest setup, your computer. Depending on the amount of RAM on your computer, you should be able to run streaming software and video games of your choice. Note that simpler computers with 6 GB or 8 GB of RAM may struggle to stream resource-intensive games that require more processing power. Your PC is arguably the most important part of your setup, so if you find that your PC is causing lag in gaming or streaming, upgrade it before you do anything else. If buying a new computer is out of the question and you have an old but still working laptop, you can use the more powerful computer only for gaming and the other for streaming. Setting up 2 computers is a bit more complicated than running everything on one, so you'll need a capture card to connect the devices. You'll also need to purchase it if you're streaming console games or using something other than a webcam as your video source. Once you've got the right processing power, you're ready to upgrade. If you want people to see and hear you while streaming, you'll need a camera and a microphone. But if you have a working smartphone, longtime streamer and pro gamer Tyler Blevins, better known as Ninja, says you already have what you need. You can use your phone as a camera with a tripod for just $8, he says in his How to Become a Streamer masterclass. From there, you can build as complex a setup as your budget allows. It's a good idea to start with a decent microphone, as streamers agree that poor audio is a greater deterrent to viewers than a low-quality video stream. Then upgrade your camera and invest in better lighting if you haven't already. These items are especially important if you play something other than video games, such as cooking or art. Finally, keep an eye on your internet connection speed. Good streaming quality requires high upload speeds rather than fast download speeds, which are better suited for a smooth Netflix experience. The minimum bitrate required for streaming is 5 megabytes second. Anything above 10 Mbps will do the job, Ninja said. If you don't know how fast your actual upload speed is, you can take an online internet speed test to find out. Create your streaming persona. If you're really into streaming, it's always a good idea to upgrade your settings. But if you want to see your community grow and eventually try your luck at becoming a full-time streamer, keep in mind that you can spend all of Jeff Bezos' fortune on equipment and still not get more viewers or subscribers. To do this, you need to work on your content and decide what kind of streamer you want to be, a gamer, chef, artist, musician, or whatever. The good news is that you don't have to decide right away. You can try different things. In my experience, streaming is an ever-evolving art form, so it always makes sense to me to find your thing and be open to trying new things, Ninja said in an email. Once you've decided what you want to stream, it's time to figure out what kind of artist you want to be, your personality. Most people think of anchors as loud, outgoing people who jump around when something cool happens on screen. If that's what you want to be, fine, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe you're not interested in speaking and just want to show off your acting or cooking skills, or maybe you're a little shy and prefer a healthier interaction with the audience. Whatever your streaming persona is, make it real. I only talk about things I'm really excited about, Ninja said. If I fake it, my audience will read it in one go and it won't feel right. So every time I'm asked for advice on an upcoming stream, I emphasize just be yourself. If you've ever doubted yourself, remember that the internet is big and there's room for everyone, no matter how quiet or eccentric. Also, you can change your mind at any time. After all, there is no mobile police, at least as it is written. Set a goal. Your streaming method will vary depending on what you want to get out of it. If your goal is to make a name for yourself and build a large community, you need to be strategic. Ninja recommends that players pick a game and stick with it, at least at first. Most of the time understand you from the game you play without knowing who you are, he explained to the class. When it comes to choosing a game, he says it's best to pick something that's not so popular that countless other streamers are playing it, but not so obscure that no one wants to watch it. He also explained that every time you change games, no matter how big your community is, you can lose half because a lot of people might not be for you, but for what you're playing. He recommends making that leap only after you've built a following that cares about you, regardless of what you actually do in front of the camera. Another factor to consider in your strategy is promoting your content on social media. If you have some video editing skills, spend some time browsing the stream and posting videos on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TikTok is good because people post clips, and it's an algorithm that shows their content to an audience that likes it, said Jess Body, special projects editor for Popular Science and known as Jess Capricorn on Twitch. But maybe you don't do it for influence or patronage. Maybe you just want to share your skills with the world and have fun, and that's totally fine. If that's your goal and the numbers turn your stomach a bit, Body suggests turning off the audience numbers. It can be confusing at first when you're live streaming an entire stream without a single view because you might not be sure what you're doing yet. Not knowing how many people are on the other side of the screen can be reassuring and make it easier to have fun, she said. Set boundaries. If you're an avid live streamer, you may have noticed that some of your favorite streamers stream for hours at a time. This may lead you to believe that this is how you become successful as a streamer, but that's not always true, Body said. In addition, it can even be very harmful to your mental health. That's why she recommends creating a schedule for your stream that includes specific dates, times, and durations. It's good to be on air for at least an hour and a half because people take the time to participate. I've noticed that after an hour of airing, I've reached average ratings, she explains. Ninja also believes that a schedule is very important to prevent burnout, but stresses that flexibility is key. If numbers are important to you, he said, lingering a little longer on a particular case might work for you. It's important to ride the waves, he explained. Sometimes you get close to the end time and you get raids or your ratings go up. It's good for you to keep streaming. It leads to higher average ratings and gets you closer to becoming a partner. That's no excuse to work overtime in every stream, though, so he insists you consider it the exception, not the rule. Body explains that the schedule has an added bonus, consistency. Now I've gotten to the point where my community knows when I'm live and they're joining the chat before I'm live, which is crazy, but also really gratifying, she said. Keep streaming. As with most lessons in life, you can learn so much about streaming just by watching and researching it, and the best way to learn this 21st century art form is to do it yourself. After you feel a little more ready, you can go live. You'll learn a lot along the way, and the fact that you likely won't have many viewers means you'll be able to customize your stream without a large audience watching when things go wrong. Ninja suggests jumping into the streaming pool and setting daily or weekly goals. You don't have to debut with a 3-hour stream. Start small with 30 minutes live and only build to an hour when you're ready. Bodhi mentioned that some people are uncomfortable knowing that someone they know in real life is watching them, so they don't want to tell friends and family about their streams until they feel more comfortable doing so. On the other hand, you may need support from your immediate IRL community when you're just getting started. Do what works for you and keep going until you find your comfort zone. Finally, be patient. Being successful online always involves a huge element of luck, and that's the case with streaming as well. The most important thing is to have fun and use it as an opportunity to share your beautiful self with the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.